Hi, welcome to Dad and Daughter Golf. He's Thomas.
And she is Phoebe.
And today we are making our own putting green in our back garden. Thomas, will you tell them about the manufacturing process?
Yes, I will. So the current stage we are at is this. Ta-da! Ooh, look, Phoebe. Whee! Ah! Right, to get to that stage, I put that path in. The path at the back, up there. All those gardeny bit with the soil. We've laid approximately 5 ton of hardcore 20mm to dust, compacted that down with this hand compactor like so. And one of the main reasons we use the hand compactor instead of a motorized compactor is because to hire one was £50 for the day. So it's all about saving money, isn't it, Phoebe? So I bought a hand compactor from the local DIY store, which is there, and I paid £20 for that. And I've done
It's heavy.
all where that path was, all along there, all along there, underneath there, and all up the side, and the front garden, and saved her probably about £200. Right, because the ground is running down from the house down to the garden, the putting green isn't completely 100% level all the way across. So towards the left hand side, which is this side, it slopes down that way, leading towards that path. And then on this side, I've managed to get a lot of that flat. So this side here is reasonably, well, more or less level. Where this hole is going, it's slightly running up, like so. Instead of using a little hand shovel like this, we found it really difficult to get the holes dug out because of the hardcore is really hard and compacted. I used a lump hammer, me and Phoebe used a lump hammer and a bolster chisel, and that was much more effective and a whole lot quicker. Right, so there we have it. The holes are in and finished and ready for the sharp sand to get laid on top. That is the next thing to do. I am losing light. As you can see, the sun is setting. So that's going to be end of play for today. So probably tomorrow, because my grass is ordered. Should be within, hopefully by Friday. It's Wednesday today. Hopefully I'll get it by Friday. Then on Saturday, Sunday. Well, I'm golfing on Saturday morning, so it won't be Saturday. Maybe Saturday afternoon or Sunday. Get the grass laid and we'll be putting. But these are the holes that are in. They are done. Pretty low. You've not got much room for sharp sand, but I'm just going to see what happens. But we'll see if it works out that they're not right. I'll just take them out and start again. The next job is get the sharp sand down, get that compacted. Yay! Oh, the fun. Right, so the sand is down. I've got about an inch deep all the way around. Right, so a quick recap as to where we are currently at in the stage. Right, first off, put the membrane down, the weed membrane, laid all that out. Then I laid the MOT Type 1 hardcore on top of that, compacted that with the hand compactor. Then on top of that, laid some sharp sand, compacted that. Well, previous to that, the big mistake I made, don't make this mistake, I put my holes in first, put my cups in first. So got my sand down, compacted my sand with the hand compactor, got the grit sand down, got all that flattened off, all nice and level and smooth. Reset my cups, so I've done that. Then put another layer of membrane on, rolled the carpet out, as you can see. There we go. And now all I'm going to do is pin the carpet down with some pins, stretch it out, try and get all the creases out. I did let it settle for a couple of hours, and then I will put the holes in last. See how that's going to go. So these are the pins I'm using. There we go. Hopefully they will be sufficient enough. If not, let's take them out and use something else. Try and get it all smooth, then get the holes cut out. Then it should be job done, ready to go. So let's get it pinned down. Right, so the pins are in. Got it tacked down in the corners, as you can see. The only issue I've noticed with those pins is it squeezes it down, so it's leaving a bit of an indentation. Plus you can start to see them a little bit there. Hopefully when I put some sand on top and dress it, you'll not see them as bad, but I've only done the edges, I've not done the centre. I've tried nails, but I think because it's a thin pile, the nails don't want to stay in. And that's half of the reason as to why you're seeing that as well. Well, that's probably all the reason why. But I can live with that down edge, down that side. It's not too bad, it's not going to interfere with any roll of the ball. Now is the most critical stage. I'm going to cut the holes out. So what I'm going to use is 4-inch weights pipe, because that is the size of a hole. I've done a little test piece. So what I'm going to do now, use this as my stencil, cut round it, and hopefully we'll have an hole, or 3. So let's cut them out. Just feeling for the edge of the cup. Get that sank down into the pile. Make sure it's sat on top. Just feeling for the cup underneath. Make sure that it's sat centre to centre. Feels good. What I might do. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? All I've done, if you run your knife all the way along to the edge of the cup, you can feel the cup underneath, just to make sure that they're lined up with one another. Yeah, that feels good. So let's give it a go. There we go. And I've got some adhesive just to run under there. Stick that down.
Yeah, I got a football match tomorrow.
Football game tomorrow?
Yeah, that I signed up for on Friday because I'm that guy.
who was the last minute guy. And I'm going to be man at match, and they're going to give me a trophy with Phoebe written all over it.
Well, come and watch it.
Oh!
We just put 2 bags, 20 kilos roughly, 20-25 kilos of kiln dried sand or silica sand. Put 2 bags of that on. I think there is enough. Let's see it just under there. Look. There was a little bit of crunch when you were walking on it, so it's taken that out a little bit. I don't know if I'll need any more on. I'll just have to wait and see. But I would advise putting it on when everything's dry. You want it as dry as possible. That wet sand on this, on the carpet when it's wet, or on your grass, it's just going to clog. You're not going to be able to brush it in. It's going to be a pain in the butt to sort out. But yeah, pretty happy with that. There's my green. My green machine green. So if you're thinking about doing it for your own little project, DIY project, do it. I've done everything myself. No power tools, all hand tools that you can buy from your hardware store. Get it done, nice and easy. A little bit of hard work after work, every night, every other night. That's it, done. You can do it yourself. It's so easy. You don't need to pay somebody thousands of pounds when you can do it yourself. It's not going to make me putt any better. I'm still going to 3-putt.